Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
And welcome to the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show, here for some breakfast basketball in a win-or-go-home, do-or-die matchup between the Evanston Lady Red Devils and the Riverton Lady Wolverines. We are live from Afton, Wyoming, here at the 4A West Regionals, Day 2. In Day 1, we saw Riverton fall to Green River by a score of 55-35. Evanston fell to Rock Springs, I do believe, and that is why we have this matchup today. This is a rematch of a previous matchup, and we will get into that here shortly. But we do have some scores for you guys from the Rangers scoreboard. Let's see here. Last night, unfortunately, at State, it was not a good day for Fremont County. The Wyoming Lady Chiefs lost in their matchup, as did Shoshone Schools. So we are left with one team from Fremont County with a chance at winning 2A State down in Casper, and that is the Wind River Cougars, who defeated Wright High School last night, 74-68 in the nightcap, and they will be playing today. Check out Wyo Today's Facebook page and whatnot to get the schedule of today's game. We do have breakfast basketball on a couple of networks today as well, not only here on KTAK, but also on KFCW as Lander Valley will be playing. Lander Valley, both girls and boys, falling yesterday as well in their 3A regionals. So they are stuck with win or go home, trying to get to state in Casper next weekend. We will be there with Lander Valley if they make it. We will be there with Riverton if they make it. The boys yesterday for the Wolverines winning big over Green River. Of course, the Wolverines, the boys squad, is the number 1 seed on their side of the bracket. The other number 1, who they would face potentially in the finals if everything went according to chalk, so to speak, would be the Star Valley Braves. The Riverton Wolverines will be playing tonight. They will face Rock Springs at 6 p.m. Of course, Rock Springs handling the boys a couple weeks ago at Rock Springs. Never really a game at all. So Riverton will look to rebound from that. But again, this is Kevin Shields, your voice of the Wolverines. I'm here with Connor. He's operating the scoreboard. For those of you listening at work on the YouTube page and who don't have work, so you don't get to pay quite as close attention, so at times you need a scoreboard. Connor is working that, and we want to thank Rusty Harris, who is back at the mothership helping us out on board ops. with these early morning games. We'll be right back with the Ranger Keys of the game here on KTAK.
In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, decondition, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball, a special breakfast basketball for you today. Like I said, it is Evanston versus Riverton on the ladies' side, and this is a do-or-die, win-or-go-home type situation. This is a rematch from back on January 11th at Riverton, where Riverton fell 50-26 to the Lady Red Devils of Evanston. Leading the way for Evanston was Sawyer with 11, but they saw 9 players get in the score column. It was a very good day for them. Not shooting well, a lot of turnovers in that game as well, but they were able to get points in bunches from a lot of players. For Riverton, Paisley Jackson was the leading scorer with 11. Bradley and Fegler in that matchup had 5, and then it dropped to Leesburg with 3, Engstrom with 2, and Judd with only 1. The big key in that game was falling behind 22-11 at half. Riverton from the field in the first half only shot 7%. Evanston didn't have a good shooting percentage, only 32% in the first half in that matchup. But when you're facing a team that went 2 of 27, you are bound to have a lead. So they will be going today. So the Ranger keys to the game are going to be kind of not as simple as they have been in this matchup. Turnovers were not a big issue. Evanston almost doubling up Riverton on the turnover side. So Riverton just needs to match that. They have been improved as of late, just getting into the low to mid-teens on turnovers. But shot selection has been a bugaboo all year long, and it continued to be yesterday, and it was in the Evanston matchup earlier in the season, so no reason to think that it won't be today. In addition, they have got to find a way to get other people in the scoring column and getting high point value, or at least mid-level point value. Yesterday, Fegler broke out of her slump with 8, hitting her first 3 field goals and shooting 50% overall in the day. She was our Gatorade Thirst Quencher player of the game. Paisley Jackson finished the day with 14. Johnson had 6, but then it dropped to Engstrom with 4 and Bradley with 3. They have got to get points from other places, or have multiple double-digit scorers in order to have a chance to not only avenge the loss, but to be able to advance to play tomorrow. And that's what it's all about. The game today for Riverton, important just to survive. For the boys later today, it will be important because to make state, they pretty much have got to make it. If they lose tonight, they will have to win 2 tomorrow. And those games will be at 1:30 and 4:30 if they were to lose. If they were to win, it'll be at 4:30. Just for those who may be down here, if they happen to be here for the boys' game or the girls' game, the games, at least if either team winds up in the third, fourth place game, they will be held at the same time as the title games, but they will be over at the middle school. So we would be switching where we're at. So a lot of great basketball today on the Wind River family, WYO Today family of networks. Of course, you've got Lander Valley, 2 teams going on KFCW. You got Thermopolis, 2 teams going on KDNO. All of those games on those 2 networks are win or go home. Riverton, the girls, of course, and the boys here on KTAK. Girls are in a similar situation to the other 4, where it is win or go home. Shoshone teams and the Lady Chiefs of Wyoming Indian will be on KWYW today with Cody Beers. They are all 3 in a situation of win or go home. The only other team besides the Riverton Wolverines who are not playing an elimination game today on WYO Today's family of networks will be the Wind River Cougars, who will be looking to advance to the championship game that would be played tomorrow. And we'll have all of that on KWYW from Casper for the 2A. So the Ranger Keys game, shot selection and finding points from kind of unknown sources or sources that haven't produced a lot of points. We're about 4 minutes from tip-off, and we will be right back with the Sutherland starting lineups here on KTAK.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
And welcome back. And it is time on KTAK for the Sutherland starting lineups. We're trying to lay eyes here on Evanston. They, even though they are the higher seed, are alternating over to the visitors. So hold on here. Let's get them all. Their starters are going to be number 5 for the Lady Red Devils, for Evanston, number 5, Brady, number 20, Francom, number 31, Debenham, number 42, Kennedy Fessler, and number 43, Sawyer. There is another Fessler on Evanston. For Riverton, as you would normally expect, number 1 is senior Olivia Bradley. Number 3 is senior Macy Brown. Number 10 is senior McKay Fegler. Number 11, a senior Ella Judd. And number 21, a junior Paisley Jackson. Riverton, of course, coached by Coach Travis McIntosh, and Coach Neal will be coaching the Lady Red Devils. And we will be right back in about 30 seconds with the tip-off here on KTAK.
To the canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
All right, welcome back to KTAK. Riverton is in their white, home whites with red numbering. Evanston in their red road uniforms with white numbering and I think blue accent for the Lady Red Devils. Riverton will be going left to right. Judd and Sawyer tip it off. Evanston comes away with the win on the tip-off. They get it up top to Brady. Brady swings it to the far corner. A drive is put up, and it's no good. It's going to be a walk. That was by Kennedy Fessler, and that'll be the first turnover of the day. That is a good sign. That was one of the things on the 11th of January that Evanston had a lot of, even though they won by almost double the score. Breaking the press is Riverton. through passing. Bradley coming now up the right side of the half court, hands it to Jackson. Jackson looking to go baseline. It's open there, and she loses it. It's tipped out of bounds, actually. They're going to say it was tipped, so it'll stay with the Lady Wolverines. 7:26 here, just start of the first quarter. Actually, no, they've now reversed that, so it'll go over to Evanston. So both teams with a turnover. Nope, they just reversed it again. So Fegler will look to inbound from the right of her own basket on the baseline. The senior gets it into Jackson, and we've got a whistle, and it's going to be an illegal screen against Macy Brown on the inbound. That is her first, team first, and it'll result in Evanston with the ball. Both teams looking to press here in the early going. The ball being brought up by Kennedy Fessler. She gets it over to Sawyer. Sawyer up to Brady for three, and she's good. So at the 7:08 mark in the first quarter, it is 3-0 Evanston. Jackson brings it up, passes to Bradley to beat the press. Back to Jackson. Jackson, a floater from 15 is no good. And Evanston will come away with the rebound, and we're going to get a foul as Bradley and Jackson were trying to tie her up. Let's see who that goes against. That's going to go against Olivia Bradley, her first, team second in the early going of the first quarter. Setting up the man-to-man press is Riverton. Inbounded to Fessler of Evanston. Fessler is going to bring it up all by herself. She's guarded by Bradley. Looking underneath for Sawyer. Nice pass. They've got her, and she is good. So quickly 5-0 in favor of Evanston. Bring it up, getting it to Judd. Judd to Jackson. Jackson's going to turn it over for turnover number one of the day on a Brady steal. Brady gets it to Fessler. Fessler over on the right side to Debenham. Swinging all the way back to Kennedy Fessler. Inside to Sawyer. Back outside. A long two comes up short by Francombe. And Riverton comes away with it. Quickly breaking down the court. They find Fegler, and she's up and good. Riverton now on the scoreboard, 5-2 in favor of Evanston with under 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Kennedy Fessler's going to bring it up. She's going to swing it over to Brady on the left side. Up top to Sawyer, top of the key, back to Brady. Brady uses a screen, shoots for three, no good. Rebound is by Brady herself, but she loses it after gaining possession for turnover number two as it goes out of bounds at the 5:40 mark in the first quarter. A smaller crowd than we had early yesterday, but a very vocal crowd here. Bradley bringing it up, gets it to Fegler. Fegler breaks the press by getting it to Brown. Brown is going to have it on the right wing. She's going to bring it up top, goes to Bradley. Bradley dribbles in, picks it up, goes to Fegler. Fegler for three. Bounces off the rim and no good. And away comes Evanston with the board. Assay is, I think that's AC is in the game now. She is. AC in the game for Evanston. She, of course, their all-world scorer. She came up a little short last week. They feed it inside to Sawyer. She goes up and one. She's just got size and height on this team. Foul is against Jackson. That is her first. And Sawyer go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play if she can hit the free throw. She has the ball from the referee. She looks to put it up. It's up in the air, and it is off the front iron, no good. Rebound comes away to Jackson, and she'll look to push things. Riverton now with numbers. They get to Fegler. Fegler outside to Judd. Judd drives in, shoots from 15, no good. And away comes Evanston at the 4:45 mark with the rebound and a 5-point lead, 7-2. Looking to drive in is Kennedy Fessler, and they're going to get her for a walk. She picked up her dribble about 2 steps before she stopped running. That'll be the third turnover, and we're going to see Haley Engstrom check in now for Riverton. She'll come in and get Judd. Bradley inbounds to Jackson. They're looking to set up a zone trap. Is Evanston in the backcourt here. They do break it, getting it to Bradley. Bradley to Brown. Brown almost falls out of bounds. She tries to save it, but she throws it out of bounds. And that'll be turnover number 2 against Riverton. Sloppy play, just as we kind of saw in the early going and for most of the Wolverines game, Lady Wolverines game yesterday from both teams. 9 a.m., not the best start time, I'm guessing, for teenagers. Even though they're in school, I don't think they're ready to play basketball per se mentally. Evanston going to look to feed the post, and they're going to throw it out of bounds. So 6 turnovers on the day, 4 by Evanston, 2 by Riverton. 4:17 to play in the first quarter. It's 7-2 in favor of Evanston. Bradley now with the ball in the backcourt. She's going to get trapped. She gets it to Fedler. Fedler looking long for Jackson. Jackson taking it in, lays it up. No good, but she's fouled. And will go to the line to shoot 2. Leesburg now in the game as well. Foul is going to go against, that's going to go against Francom. That is her first, team first against Evanston. Jackson going to be shooting 2. First one is on its way, and it is good. It's her first point of the day, and it pulls a Riverton within 4. The second one can get them within a possession. Second one is up and good. Something I have never seen before. I didn't even know it was allowed. Evanston's bench doing a coordinated cheer to distract the free throw shooter. I've seen fans do it, just never seen a bench do it. Feeding it inside to Sawyer, no good, is Evanston. Ball's going to go out of bounds on the rebound attempt and will stay with the Lady Red Devils. Fessler's going to look to inbound. She gets it into Brady. Brady's going to shoot a 3, partially blocked there by Bradley, but they get the rebound. Missed again, this one by Kennedy Fessler. Rebound by the Lady Red Devils. They're going to shoot a 3. No good, and we're going to have a whistle after the next offensive rebound. Franklin missed that one. It's going to be, looks like an offensive foul on the rebound there. It is. It's against Kennedy Fessler. That is her first, team second of the half. So Leesburg, Bradley, Jackson, Engstrom, and now Johnson in the game. Those are your Lady Wolverines. Leesburg stuck in the backcourt, gets it to Jackson to break the press, gets it to Bradley on the right wing. Bradley comes back up top looking underneath, goes to Johnson up top. Johnson looking to drive. She's got a lane, puts it up, no good, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. As she was fouled, chance to bring it within 1 if she hits both. Foul is against number 42. That is Kennedy Fessler. That's her second, team at third. Johnson at the line, puts the first one up. It is good. Savannah Morton now checking in for Riverton. She'll get Olivia Bradley out of the game. Johnson with her second one looks a little short, but it does have the spin to bounce over the front iron and good. So 1-point game, 7-6 with 3:17 to go in the first quarter. Easily breaking the press is the Lady Red Devils of Evanston. They get it to Brady. Brady guarded by Leesburg. Looking inside, they get it into Kennedy Fessler. She turns, puts it up, no good. But she'll go to the line as there will be a foul called against Riverton. This one is going to go against Savannah Morton, her first, team fourth. Kennedy Fessler going to the line. She is 0 for 2 from the field today. This will be her first 2 free throw attempts of the day. First one's up and good. 8-6 in favor of the Lady Red Devils. 3:05 to play in the first quarter. Fessler with the ball, puts the second one up. It's left short, no good. Rebound is by Sawyer, and we're going to get a jump ball, though, as Jackson able to get her hand in on it. And this one will go over on the possession arrow to Riverton. 2-point game here. Riverton was able to hang close yesterday against Green River in the first quarter. Let's see if they can do so for more of the game. Not facing the 1 seed today. Getting into the high block to Johnson. Now back out to Engstrom. Engstrom goes underneath, tries to put it up. No good as she went up and under. Rebound comes away to Evanston. 2:36 to play. They have a clock missing a line here. Trying to go inside to Sawyer. It's going to be tipped by Riverton and go out of bounds. They are both fronting and guarding the basket, double teaming Sawyer. And excuse me, I got the yawns again. I need more caffeine, Connor. So we're going to see AC come out of the game. She's going to be substituted for E. Fessler. That's all I have right now is an initial. Inbound, Francom has it, puts it up, no good. Rebound is going to be finally taken away by Engstrom, and we're going to get a tie-up jump ball again, so go to the possession arrow, and it'll go over to Evanston. 2:23 to play in the first quarter. This is a win-or-go-home type of game, elimination game. Inbound is going to go over Sawyer's head, but Brady gets it. She drives in, puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and she's good. 10-6 in favor of the Lady Red Devils. Lady Wolverines bring it up Leesburg to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive down the middle, gets it to Jackson. Jackson drives in the free throw, shoots to the free throw line, shoots an 8-foot floater. She's no good. And away comes Evanston with that board. Looking to extend their lead. Long pass up to Brady on the left wing, goes up top to Fessler. To Sawyer. Sawyer looking inside for Kennedy Fessler, and it's taken away on a turnover by Riverton. Nice steal there. They get to Morton. Morton brings it up, gets it to Jackson. Jackson for three, no good. She's now 0 for 3 from the field, and a break now, 1-on-1 from Francom. She takes it all the way down, puts it up, and they're going to call a travel, and the fans of Evanston are furious. I kind of don't blame them there, as you can hear the slap on the arm, but perhaps the travel happened first. Jackson bringing it up for Riverton after the sixth turnover of the day for Evanston. Gets it Johnson. Johnson feeds Leesburg out to Engstrom. Engstrom for three, misses everything. Jackson had a chance at the rebound, but she dribbles it out of bounds. So go over with 1:17 to Evanston. They lead by 4. And we've got a whistle by accident, or we've got a horn by accident here. So we're going to get some people checking in. We're getting number 2 coming in. We don't have that on the roster for Evanston, so let's see who that is. We don't have that at all from the last game either, which we had a ton of players. So we're also getting Macy Brown coming back in, Judd and Bradley. They'll join Leesburg and Morton for your Lady Wolverines. Excuse me, getting confused here this morning. Inbound is to Brady. Brady trying to bring it up for the Lady Red Devils as we go under 1:10. She's guarded by Leesburg, gets it over to Francombe. She gets inside to Sawyer. Sawyer puts it up and good. She now has 6, and Riverton has to find a way to stop her or deny her the basketball. 12-6 in favor of the Lady Red Devils. Cross-court pass to Judd. Judd looking to go baseline. Puts it up, no good. Evanston with the rebound as we go under 45. They're looking to break. They get it up to Brady. Brady to Francombe. Francombe to number 2, who we don't have a name on. Back to Francombe. She goes underneath to Sawyer. Back out to Brady. Brady for a 3. Misses everything. And Bradley will come away with a rebound, trying to get it up to Brown with 20 seconds left. Does so. Hands it back to Bradley. Bradley looking to go to the inside. Gets it Morton. Morton for a long 3. Hits nothing, hits only glass. And away comes Evanston with it. They're going to have the ball tipped out of bounds by Riverton. So it'll be Evanston basketball on at about midcourt on the far sideline with 8.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. See here, McKay Fegler coming in. She's going to come get Morton. Inbound goes to number 2 with 7 seconds, 6 seconds. She looks to get it to Francombe. Francombe looks to get it inside to Sawyer. They're not going to get it off. It's going to go out of bounds with 0.4 seconds left. Turnover number 7 against Evanston. Riverton probably won't have time to get a shot off with only 0.4 seconds left. They inbound it. So at the end of the first quarter, it is 12-6 in favor of Evanston. We'll be right back with the second quarter here on KTAK.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. After the first quarter is 12-6, a concern in favor of Evanston, a concerning trend, if you will. Riverton only has one field goal, 4 of their points coming from the free throw line. They are 1 for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're 1 for 11, so shooting under 10%. They did shoot against Evanston last time, 7%. Judd looking to drive in after getting the ball. She is going to miss. But Evanston gets the rebound and turns it right over. Bradley with it. Bradley gets it to Fegler. Fegler for 3. No good. Rebound is by Evanston. They're trying to look to press the action. Probably not the wisest thing getting to Kendi Fessler, but she's going to be fouled as she was surrounded by 3 Riverton Wolverines on the pass. Dangerous pass, but able to complete it. Foul is against Bradley. That is her first, and it's the team 5th. For the Wolverines, you got Bradley, Brown, Fegler, Judd, and Jackson. You've got your starters. Evanston looking to inbound after the foul. They get it into Frank Holmes. She swings it over to AC, and AC has her first points of the day, and that can be scary. It's now 15-12 as she hits from 3. Quickly getting it up to Brown. Over to Bradley. Bradley for 3. No good. And we've got a tie up on the rebound. It will stay with Riverton. Trying to lay eyes on who all we've got for. We've got Francom. We've got. Oh, no, excuse me. That'll go over to Green River. Go over to Evanston. As the start of the quarter started with. And Bradley's just going to shove a player. Bradley has now got her 3rd at the 6:57 mark in the second quarter. She just flat out shoved the player with the ball. Probably a frustration thing there. Leesburg's going to come in and get her. So they've got to figure out a way here quickly to deal with the foul situation, but also Sawyer underneath. Evanston swinging around the horn. They're going underneath to Sawyer. Back outside for Kendi Fessler. She shoots a 3. Nice give and go, and is good. It's 18-6 now. And we're going to get a timeout, 30-second timeout by Riverton with 6:57 to go in the second quarter. It is 18-6 in favor of Evanston. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on KTAK.
To make your home feel like new, they will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of the 4A West Regionals. It is 18-6 in favor of Evanston in this elimination game. Riverton having all sorts of problems, only hitting one field goal today. Fedler along two, no good, and the woes continue as Evanston comes away with the rebound with 6:21 to go. And I think we're going to get a timeout. Yes, we are, with 6:19 as Riverton's pressure was working. It's 30-second timeout by Coach Neal of Evanston. 18-6 still. We'll be right back on KTAK.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
And welcome back to KTAK. Timeout by Coach Neal as the pressure for Riverton was going to lead either to a jump ball or held ball or a turnover. Inbounding is Evanston now. They get it over half court on a pass to Sawyer. She gets it over to Kennedy Fezler. Fezler gets it over to Brady. Brady up top to AC. AC back over to Kennedy Fezler to AC, swinging all the way back around to Brady. Just swinging around three-point line. AC now back to Brady, looking inside for Francom. Francom is going to get called for a double dribble, and that is turnover number 9 against Evanston. That is the only thing going the way of Riverton right now. They are shooting in the single digits. They have one field goal in the day, none in the second quarter, only one in the first. Obviously, we won all day. They get to Ingstrom, who's checked in during the timeout. Gets it Jackson. Jackson's going to put up a 2. She misses, and we have a whistle on the rebound attempt. And it is going to be against this one's going to go against Haley Ingstrom. Her first should be team 7th. It is. And that will lead to a 1-and-1 opportunity for Brady with 5:36 and a chance to extend this lead potentially all the way up to 14 here in the first half. Brady with her first one is up and good. She now has 6 on the day, and it is 19-6. Second one on its way. She leaves that one short. 50% from the line today or actually a little bit under 50% from the line is Evanston. Everybody seemingly going 1 for 2 or 0 for 1. Getting into Fedler. Fedler drives down the lane. She is rejected and misses. Away comes Fezler with the rebound. She gets up to AC. AC on the right gets it back to Fezler. Fezler's going to dribble up for a 3. Misses. No good. They get the rebound. Sawyer misses. Sawyer gets the rebound again. Misses. And finally, Riverton able to get the board. They get to Ingstrom. Ingstrom trying to go all the way. Puts it up. No good. But the foul will go against Sawyer, I do believe. It is. That is her first. Team 4th. And Ingstrom will go to the line looking for her first 2 points of the day. First one's on the way from Haley. It's a little too hard. Goes off the back iron. No good. Checking in are number 40, Hanson, and number 35, the other Fezler for Evanston. Ingstrom, the second one on its way, is no good. Rebound by Sawyer of Evanston. She'll get it to Kennedy Fezler, who'll get it up to AC. AC gets it up to Fezler. Now going underneath for Hanson. Hanson's going to get tied up, and we're going to have yet another held ball. This one should go over to Riverton. It does. We're having a lot of possession errors today. As you know, if you've listened all season, I hate the possession error. I wish they would jump it up. I think the possession error is the worst thing since peanut butter and jelly were sold in the same jar. Just not right. Jackson's going to bring it up, straight up the center. She gets it to Judd. Judd looks to drive in, and she's going to get shoved, or at least that's what they're going to call. I think that's against Hanson. It is. She had just checked in. That's her first and team 5th against Evanston. So Johnson is now checked in as well for Riverton. Leesburg, Jackson, Ingstrom, Judd, and Johnson along with her. They inbound to Jackson. Jackson for three. In and out, no good. And the woes from the field continue. Evanston comes away with the rebound. Bringing it up is AC. AC's going to hand it off to Kennedy Fessler. Back to AC. AC over to the other Fessler. Fessler back up top to AC. Over to Kennedy Fessler. 4:10 to go. 19-6 in the first half. 19-6. All Evanston. Kennedy Fessler with it. She's kind of stuck with it now. Finally, AC comes up and helps her out. AC gets it way away to the basket to Sawyer, not where Sawyer wants to play. They get it to Fessler. Fessler looking to drive, tries to put it up, and she's going to go to the dirt, and she's holding her ankle as there's a foul on the floor. Let's see here. Foul is against number 11, Ella Judd. That's her first, team 8. And we do have her holding the ankle as the trainer will come in. Number 2 looks like she's going to come get her for them. And we're going to take a break while they look at her ankle here on KTAK. It's 19-6 in favor of Evanston.
That wants to help but not sure where to go. Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And we're back here on KTAK as we check the Ranger breakfast scoreboard basically here. We do have in the first quarter, the first 7 minutes, 10 turnovers by Lander. They trail Worland 11-4 with Fessler hurt here. That means that number 2 checking in will be shooting the free throws for her. First one is up and left short. So we do have now, we're going to see also Francom coming back in for Hanson. For Evanston. We're going to see Cloud Horse coming in for the first time today for Riverton. Second one is on its way. It's in and out. No good. And Ingstrom able to secure the rebound. Gets it to Johnson. 3:43 to go. Riverton looking for their first field goal of the second quarter and their second field goal of the game. They get Judd. Judd drives in, puts it up. No good, but she's fouled. So still 0 for the second quarter from the field. It is concerning here. It's 19-6, 3:35, to go in the first half. Judd going the line, looking to shoot free throws, and her first point of the day. First one on its way. It's up and good. 19-7. We see E. Fessler coming out here, and it looks like AC's come back in, I think. Judd, the second one on its way, no good. Rebound by Evanston. Evanston gets into Francombe. Francombe up to Brady. Brady goes to number 2. Number 2 looking inside. Comes up top and gives it to AC. AC back over to Brady. Brady dribbles it across the top of the key, gets it to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to go inside, look like a shot almost to Francombe. She turns around, puts it up, and good. And it's now 21-7. They've tripled the lead. They have tripled Riverton's score, and that is because Riverton just can't buy a basket from the field. They get over to Jackson. Jackson for 3, and finally, the streak ends of misses from the field as Paisley is good from 3, 21-10. To be as bad from the field and only be down 11, that's a victory if they can get some stops here. Francombe inside to Sawyer. She misses. Rebound comes away to Judd. They're trying to get Leesburg. Tipped out of bounds, though, by AC. And I'll stay with Riverton as Cloud Horse, who I said was going to be coming in the game, finally gets a dead ball and is able to come in. She was coming in for Judd, couldn't come in on the free throws for Judd, especially after the miss. Inbound is to Johnson. 11-point game, 21-10 in favor of Evanston here in the first half. Cloudhorse with up top, goes to Engstrom on the right wing. Engstrom hits Macy Brown on the right baseline. Looking for Jackson, they're going to throw it away. I don't think it was tipped. Should be over and back. It is. And that is the third turnover of the day for Riverton. That's the surprising part, is only 3 turnovers by them, and yet they trail by 11 because of only hitting 1 field goal in each quarter. Just not good shooting percentage today. Sawyer with up top, goes to number 2. Looks inside for Framcombe. She puts it up, no good. Evanston, with the rebound. Framcombe got her own, in fact. Puts it up and is good. So 23-10. Second chance points starting to become a concern as well if you're Riverton, giving up too many of them. Cloudhorse looks to drive, puts it up from 10 feet, no good. On the little floater. She gets her own rebound, up and good. Nicely done. 23-12 in favor of Evanston. We're under 2 minutes now in the first half. Framcombe gets it to AC. AC with it up top, goes to number 2. Gets it back to Framcombe, over to AC. AC for 3. Had a good look. Left it short, though. And Riverton will come away with the rebound. They get to Jackson. Jackson dribbles into the elbow, puts it up, no good. Rebound is by AC of Evanston. And we are going to get a diving Jackson on a pass. Tips it out of bounds, but will stay with Evanston. 1:05 to go. Bradley coming out. So you got Cloudhorse, Engstrom, Jackson, Johnson, and Fegler for Riverton. Inbound by Evanston to Brady. Brady going to bring it over the timeline as we go under a minute to go in the first half. Gets it to number 2. I'm going to try and find a name for you there. 2 swings over to AC. AC has a good look from 3. Misses. This time misses everything. Rebound is by Brady. She puts it up and good. 25-12 coming down. Jackson's going to lose the ball. No, it was tipped out, they'd say. Out of bounds with 38.2 seconds left. Lead is 13 here for Evanston. Jackson down the near corner looking to inbound. She's not getting any help, so finally to break up the 5-second call, she throws off AC's leg. Nobody came within 15 feet of her for Riverton. They all expected a long pass. Finally, on this one, Fegler comes in to help her out. She's trapped, gets it to Jackson. Jackson for 3, good! That would be nice if Jackson could heat up here. 25-15, 10-point game. And ball pressure by Fegler is going to cause number 2 to dribble it off herself, and it'll go over on a turnover of 25.6. Ladies and gentlemen, to be held for only 1 field goal for so long and only be down 10 is something. For a chance to get it to single digits here is something else entirely, and gives Riverton a lot, should give them a boost. They give her to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse for 3, no good. Usually not the shot we'd see from her. Number 2 comes away with the rebound with 15 seconds. Johnson's going to tip it out of bounds out of number 2's hands with 15.4 to play in the half. So it'll stay with Evanston. 10-point lead. Inbound is to Brady. They're going to lose. No, they save it. They save it right to Jackson, though. Jackson goes in for the uncontested layup. It's an 8-point game, 25-17. Inbound is to number 2, and we're going to get Johnson on a foul there. She got ball, too, but Johnson a little bit more muscular and stronger than number 2. Number 2 is kind of tiny, actually, and she just floors her. That'll be the first against Johnson. Team 9th, comes with 3.4 seconds left in the half. Will send number 2 to the line, shoot 2 free throws. She is 0 for 2 on the day. She shot Kennedy Fessler's shots earlier when she got injured on a foul. So the 1-and-1 is in, out, in, and in again. It went in, then out, and then right back down. 26-17, 3.4 seconds left. Number 2 will have 1 more free throw. It's on the way, and it's good. So gets it back out to a 10-point game. Fedler inbounding to Jackson. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. She throws it up from 3/4 court. 3, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. after the half. It is 27-17 in favor of Evanston. We'll be right back with the Central Wyoming College halftime show here on KTAK after these messages.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
And welcome to the Central Wyoming College halftime show here on KTAK. At the half, it is 27-17 in favor of the Evanston Red Devils, Lady Red Devils, but it could be way, way worse. For the longest time, Riverton was shooting in the single digits. They only had one field goal in the first quarter. and through the first 4 minutes only had one in the second. Paisley Jackson heated up a little bit to make that lead only 10. And I'll tell you what, they had it down to single digits at one point in time. If we look at our stats here on the Central Wyoming College halftime show, for the Lady Red Devils, their leading scorer is Brady with 8. Sawyer clocks in with 6. Francombe and Kendi Fessler with 4. Don't know if we'll see Kendi Fessler again. She did tweak an ankle, it looked like. AC with 3, and number 2 has 2. They are shooting 36% from the field. Not very good from the field, but comparatively very good. They are also 4 of 8 from the free throw line, or shooting 50%. They only have one person with multiple fouls. That's Kendi Fessler, who we're not sure after the injury if she'll be back in. She has 2. For the Riverton side of things, the leading scorer is Paisley Jackson. She has 10. And then Johnson, Cloudhorse, and Fegler each have 2. Ella Judd has 1. Riverton from the free throw line is 66%, or 4 of 6. From the field, however, they are 18%, just not good. 5 of 28 shooting, but they're still in the game, in part because of the inability to hit free throws at a higher clip by Evanston. And Evanston also not shooting great. But the big one is, and this will be the first time of the season that this has occurred, at the half, Evanston has 9 turnovers, Riverton with only 3, so they lead the turnover battle. Riverton outscored 12-6 in the first quarter, outscored just a little bit, by 15-11 in the second quarter, and that leaves us 27-17. So for a great education at an affordable price, check out Central Wyoming College at cwc.edu. We're going to check the Rangers scoreboard real quick. We do have one other game right now that is at half. That is the Lander Valley Lady Tigers. They trail Worland 21-17 at half. They were able to hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to cut it to 4. That's after having 10 turnovers in the first 7 minutes of that contest. If you want to listen in on that game, you can check out Sean and Ernie on our WYO Today YouTube page. They're on it as well. You can check them out, or you can tune in to KFCW 93.1, where they'll have the second half of that game. We're about 2 minutes and 50 seconds from the beginning of the second half. We'll be right back with the second half here on KTAK.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming and Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball. We are ready for the second half. Evanston leads by 10, 27-17 over the Lady Wolverines. As I said on the Central Wyoming College halftime show, could have been much, much worse. But starting with the ball in this third quarter will be the Evanston Red Devils. Last night, for anybody paying attention for games, Star Valley did win. Rock Springs won on the boys' side. Yesterday, we had a very good game on the girls' side going to OT between Cody or on the boys' side, Cody was involved in that one. So Evanston inbounds the ball, gets it, starts swinging around the horn here. Fessler, good to see there. Kennedy Fessler is a back in along with a Say Francom. Putting it up is Kennedy Fessler, and she misses. Brady is also in the game, and I'm going to guess here, yep, there's Sawyer. And Sawyer, for your Wolverines, you've got your starters, Bradley, Brown, Fegler, Judd, and Jackson. And a turnover there by number 10, actually by Evanston. Gets it to Riverton. Jackson brings up, shoots a long three, no good. Evanston comes away with it, getting it to Brady, and they'll look to bring it over the timeline with 7:10 to go in the third. They get up top to Kennedy Fessler, back to Brady, over to AC. AC looking inside for Sawyer. Ball's going to be tipped away by Judd and out of bounds. She defended her nicely there, did Ella Judd. Looking to inbound to the left of her own basket will be Kennedy Fessler. She gets it inbound to AC. AC looking into Sawyer, gets it to her, gets it out to Brady. Brady for three, good, and one. So that was not the way to start things out. 30-17, Brady is going to get the and one, and the foul is going to go against Macy Brown. That is her second, team first of the half. Trying for the 4-point play. Here is Brady of Evanston. She puts it up, hits front iron, no good. Sawyer with the rebound, no good. And on the rebound, fight for the offensive rebound, we're going to get another Riverton foul. On a shot, that one was by Ella Judd. That's her second, team second. And it'll send a Francombe, who was shooting actually, they're going to give her a shot attempt, to the line to shoot two. First one is up and good. So quickly opening up on a 4-0 run. Chance to make it a 5-0 run is Evanston and stretch the lead out to 15. It's on the way, left well short. Rebound is by Riverton. Brown brings it up, gets it to Fegler. We've seen Engstrom check in, by the way. Engstrom with on low block, clicks out to Fegler for three. No good. Rebound is by Jackson, however. And we're going to get a foul on the floor, I do believe. And that is going to go against 12 or 20. Let's see, 42. Excuse me, I can't see the fingers he's holding up. That's against Kennedy. No, that 42. No, they're putting it against Jackson. Inbound, shoots a three, up and good. I'm still trying to lay who they put the foul on. If it's Kennedy Fessler, and that's what they have, that would be her third overall that they have. But they're putting up that's her first, so I'm confused. Miss on the other side by Evanston by AC. Looking to break is Riverton, but they're going to turn it over. Just a little bit out of control, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. So they're saying it's the first against 42. I'm completely confused here, but we'll go with it. Fouls on Riverton is against number 21. That's Jackson. That's her second, and they already have the team third. 31-20 in favor of the Lady Red Devils. Bringing it up is a Francombe. Francombe looking to drive in, gets it to Sawyer on a nice pass, puts it up and good. I'll tell you one thing, the Evanston crowd is dwarfing the Riverton crowd here today. It's definitely a lot of Evanston folks here, and they now lead 33-20 with under 6 minutes. And with 5:59 to go in the third, looks like Coach Neal of Evanston is going to call full timeout. We'll take it with them. The score is 33-20, 13-point lead for Evanston here on KTAK.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back to KTAK's Breakfast Basketball special presentation. Evanston leads Riverton 33-20 here in the third quarter. And on the timeout, Riverton is going to turn the ball over. They now have 5 on the day. This is a win or go home game for both squads. So everybody trying to leave everything on the line. On the inbound, tipped away by Bradley, but unfortunately it goes right to Evanston, who gets it to Sawyer, who puts it up and good. And it's now 35-20 with 5:41 and counting to play in the third. Fedler bringing up, gets it Jackson. Jackson for 3, leaves it well short. Off the front iron, Riverton with the rebound. Evanston with the rebound, and we're going to get a foul, I do believe, against Jackson. That would be her third. It is against Jackson, and it is her third, team fourth. Johnson going to come in for Jackson, I do believe. Judd getting up. I think she's going to come back in, and she's going to come in for Brown. So you got Johnson, Fegler, Judd, Bradley, and Ingstrom. Bradley and Jackson both with 3. Long inbound goes to Sawyer, and she misses from point blank, an easy layup. But on the rebound, it goes out of bounds off of Riverton and will stay with Evanston. Sawyer has 10 points on the day right now. She and Brady with 11. Inbound to Sawyer. Sawyer going inside, though, for Francombe. Kicks outside to AC. AC for 3, no good. Rebound by Riverton. Bradley with it, gets it to Fegler. Fegler down to the low block, kicks it back out to Bradley. Bradley dribbles over for a 3, no good. Evanston with the board, and they'll look to push things. Bring it down, they get to Bradley. Bradley takes one dribble, squares up for a 3, no good. Brady, not Bradley. And it's going to go out of bounds on the rebound off of Evanston. 5 minutes exactly to go in the third. It's 35-20. Riverton with 3 points in the half so far. It is a 8-3 run at the moment for the past 3 minutes. Fegler going to bring it across the timeline, gets over to Johnson on the right wing. Johnson looking inside for the Wolverines, dribbles, tries to go to Judd, and she turns the ball over, and we're going to have a foul after the turnover. I hope against Johnson, because if it's against Judd, that is against Johnson. It is her second. Team 5th. Full court press up by Riverton. Looking inbound is Evanston. They get it in to Kennedy Fessler. Fessler gets it to AC. AC back to Fessler. And Fessler will bring it over the timeline. Swinging around three-point line. They find an open Brady. She shoots and she's good. Open 3 there. Cannot leave her open. The rotation just didn't catch up. Defensive rotation. 38-20 to Ingstrom, to Judd. Judd from the low block puts up. She's blocked, but she's going to get a chance at free throws as they're going to say she was fouled. Foul is against Fran Combe. That is her second, and it is the third team foul of the quarter, or of the half, I should say. Judd puts it up. First one is up and good. She now has 2 points on the day, all from the charity stripe. 32 and 31. Debenham is checking in now, and Simmons is checking in now for Evanston. Judd has one more. It's on the way. It is no good. Johnson with the rebound, though. Johnson turns, puts it back up. No good. And Evanston comes away with that rebound. Jackson now at the scorer's table, looking to check in next to that ball. Quickly up to Brady on the wing. Brady gets it back up top to Kennedy Fessler. Fessler back to Brady on the right wing. Going up top for Simmons. Simmons over to Fessler. Fessler drives, puts up with her left hand. No good. Judd comes away with the rebound, gets it to Fegler. Fegler looking to push things. 3:50 go in the third. 17-point lead for Evanston. Almost taken away there by AC as she strips Fegler of the ball from behind, but she cannot keep it from going out of bounds. Jackson coming back in with 3 fouls. Cloudhorse coming in for the first time in the third quarter. Johnson inbounds to Paisley Jackson. Jackson looking to go baseline. Tries to put it up, and she's going to get bailed out with a foul. I say bailed out because it wasn't a great shot. She was completely underneath the backboard when she did so. Foul is going to go against Debenham. That is her first, team fourth. Jackson will go line shooting 2. She has 13 now on the day. First one is on its way, and it is good. Of course, Jackson, leading scorer for Riverton and the only starter who will return next year. E. Fessler coming back in, as well as Bardsley has checked in for the first time today. Second one by Jackson is up and good. So she's got 15 now on the day. 38-23 in favor of Evanston. Evanston, she goes down to her knees, and they call timeout, 30-second timeout, as the point guard gone down to her knees with 3:29 to go in the third. It's 38-23 Evanston. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
All right, we're back. Evanston with the ball swinging around the horn. Looking at, with their 15-point lead with 3:05 to go in the third. They get her to AC. AC looking inside. It's Debenham who drives down the middle, and she's going to be fouled on a shot attempt. It's going to go against, let's see here. That's going against Johnson. They're saying that's her second. It should be her third, actually. She had one in the first half. So, I mean, they've been all, the scorer's table has not been top notch. I hate to say it this tournament. It's about the only thing that hasn't been, though. First one is on its way. It's made. Second one is missed, and it is put up by AC. She misses. Away comes Riverton with the board. 2:47 playing third. Jackson works in the paint. Gets out Leesburg, who's now in. She shoots a three. In and out. No good. Rebound is going to be ping-pong balled around, and it's going to go out of bounds over to Evanston. So third quarter, same as the first right now with 2:55. In that, Riverton has one field goal. Inbound is to Fessler. Fessler's going to bring it up, that being Kennedy. Fessler gets it to Brady. Brady swings it over through Fessler all the way over to Francombe. Back up top to Debenham, back to Fessler, back to Brady on the right wing. Brady finds Debenham from 17. She shoots air ball, rebound by Jackson of Riverton. Jackson bringing it over the timeline, going to bring it up herself. Gets it Johnson on the right wing, under 2 to play in the third. Johnson to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse walked. She took steps before she dribbled. You saw that coming in, so did the referee. That's 7th turnover of the day. So in the third quarter, they've more than doubled what they had in the entire first half. 39-23 in favor of Evanston. They inbound it. Fessler brings it up, gets it to Brady. Brady way away from the timeline, and we're going to get a whistle here, and I don't know what for. Bradley's coming in for Leesburg. Do we have some blood maybe on a player or something of that nature? Don't know. They called timeout on the floor, but Leesburg, Bradley will come in and get Leesburg. Bradley just floored by a screen on the inbound. Gets it to Brady on the left wing, does Evanston. Up top to Debenham. Debenham over to Kennedy Fessler. She's looking inside, doesn't like what she sees. To Brady, all the way over to Fessler. Excuse me, not Fessler, Sawyer. Now over to Fessler. Back up to Sawyer up top. Sawyer gets it to Brady on the left wing, looking inside. They're looking to get inside to Francombe. They just can't get it to her. They swing it out to Debenham. She shoots a three from almost dead center of the key and is no good. Bradley bringing it up, gets it to Jackson. Jackson fakes, dribbles in one dribble, puts it up from 17, is no good. Rebound is going to be fought for. It's going to wind up going out of bounds, and it'll stay with Riverton with 56.6 seconds left. Judd and Fegler are going to come back in. They're going to come get Cloudhorse and Johnson here. And we're going to see number 12 checking in for, let's see if we had that last game. We might have had number 12. We're looking for it. We're trying to get back to the old thing. Evanston, number 12 is Burton, as she'll come in for Evanston. Inbound is to Fegler. Fegler to Bradley. Bradley on the left side of the center of the key. Gets it to Fegler. Fegler looking inside for Judd. Gets her on the low block. She turns, puts it up. No good. Rebound is fought for, and it comes away to Kennedy Fessler. Steal, though, by Riverton. Jackson with it, gets it to Fegler. Fegler falls down, so she turns it right back over. She's fallen out of bounds, so she just had to give it up. Long pass out to Sawyer is up, and should have had a layup there, but it's no good, and away comes Riverton with 17 seconds left in the third. Bradley with it to Jackson. We're at 13 seconds in the third. Jackson looking inside, 10 seconds to go in the third. Jackson looking to drive down baseline, is going to try and kick it out to Bradley, but she stepped on the baseline, so that's turnover now, number 9 against Riverton. 7 seconds left in the third. Inbound is to Fessler. Fessler stopped with 4 seconds, has to get it to Brady. They get to Engstrom on a turnover. After turnover, Engstrom with a steal, I should say. She's unable to get a shot off as she tried to pass it to Jackson here. So at the end of 3, it's 39-23. 1 quarter left in the season for one of these teams. We'll be right back on KTAK.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome back to some breakfast basketball here on KTAK. We check the Rangers scoreboard. Lander hits 3 straight threes at the end of the third quarter to take the lead for the first time, 30-29, as they head in the fourth over Worland in an elimination game there. You can check that on KFCW. To start the fourth quarter, Riverton trails by 16, 39-23, but with the ball, they get to Jackson. She misses from 3, and the rebound is going to see a foul on the rebound against Riverton. This one is going to go against Ella Judd. That is her third. It'll be team number 7, and on a rebound that will lead to AC going to the line to shoot 1 and 1. 7:44 left in the ball game. Looking increasingly like Riverton, the Lady Wolverines season will come to an end today in the 4A West Regional. First one by Assay is up and good. Riverton with only 1 field goal in the third quarter, mirrors the first exactly. 6 total points, 1 field goal. Second one on the way by AC is up and good, and that will extend the lead to 18, 41-23. Getting it up to Jackson. Your starters are in for Riverton. Jackson brings it across the top of the key, gets it over to Fegler. Fegler thought about 3 and throws away as Engstrom was starting her cut already. That's turnover number 10 against Riverton. And there's turnover number 13 for Evanston as they look to do an outlet pass, and it went right to Bradley. Bradley bringing it up, gets it to Jackson on the right wing. Jackson looking inside. Now look to drive. She drives, puts it up. No good as she was partially blocked. And now we've got Fessler on a breakout, and she's going to be fouled from behind, at least not allowing her to hit. But that's going to be Bradley's 4th foul of the day, and the 8th team foul, which will lead to Kennedy Fessler going to the line to shoot 2 and a chance to make this a 20-point game with still 7:03 left in the ball game. First one is on its way, and it is good. Second one will be on its way here momentarily. It's on its way, and it is good. So Evanston 4 for 4 from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. 20-point game, 43-23. So we see number 2 check in as Kennedy Fessler come get a breather. Inbound is to Fegler. Engstrom has checked in, by the way, as I mentioned earlier with the pass, but just so you know. They get it inside to Jackson. Jackson turns, puts it up and in. Nice give to Jackson about 10 feet from the basket, and she hits the second field goal attempt of the second half for Riverton. She also had the first one in the third quarter. Swinging around the horn now is Evanston. 18-point lead. I'm sure they're not in a huge hurry. Brady looks to drive. I think they're going to get her taking a shot, and that'll be against Jackson, I think. Nope. They're going to say that's against Olivia Bradley, and that is her 5th. So she has now played, team 9th, by the way. She is now done with her basketball career with Riverton, most likely barring a miracle. First one on the way by Brady is up and good, as she is a senior. So we want to congratulate Olivia Bradley on a fine career here, representing not only the high school but the people of Riverton. Second one by Brady's up and no good. Judd will come away with the rebound, and we'll stick it, and it's almost stolen, but it goes out of bounds off Evanston. It's 25-44, 19-point lead for Evanston. And we see that E. Fessler, I wish I could have gotten a name for you, is checking into the game. She comes and gets Brady. That may be the last action for the starters. They're laughing down at the end of the bench. Still a few starters left in the game. But getting it to Jackson. Jackson swings at Judd. Judd for 3 is no good. Rebound's going to go off of Jackson and out of bounds to Evanston. Judd shot one from the corner baseline there for 3. And here I think we're going to get more starters out of the game. We're going to see Hanson coming in and Simmons. So Sawyer's going to come out. Francome's going to come out. So this is where Evanston has to weigh, staying on a roll versus getting them some rest. They will play tomorrow. I do believe about 1:30-ish in the losers bracket with a chance to go to the third place game if they are to win. If they were to win. So Bardsley in the game gets over to number 2. 2 dribbling across the top of the key. Looking for Bardsley, gets it to Bardsley. Looking to drive. Bardsley gets it. Nope, turnover, number 14, stolen by Jackson. Nice anticipation of the pass there by Paisley. She gets it to Brown. Brown to Fegler. Fegler over to Engstrom. Engstrom inside for Jackson. Jackson puts it up. Good. So this is very much mirroring the first half as Jackson breaking the stretch of only 1 field goal. We're going to see Leesburg, Cloudhorse, and Johnson come in for Engstrom, Judd, and Jackson here. 44-27, 5:22 to play in the ball game. Inbounded by Bardsley of Evanston to number 2. Number 2 gets it over to, I'm trying to lay eyes on a number. There we go, Hanson. Hanson back to number 2. Number 2 loses it but gets it back and now brings it up top. Swinging it over to Hanson on the right wing. Back up top to number 2. Of course, Evanston in no hurry here. And as number 2 kind of tries to drive, Johnson just needlessly sticks her knee out there and gets a foul. That should be, they're saying that's her 3rd, so we'll stick with it. We have it as her 4th, but it is the team's 10th. So it will send to the line number 2. We do have Savannah Morton now checking into the game. She's going to get Fegler. So we'll see who else comes in the game the rest of the way here. First one is a miss. Was it a mess, Connor? It is a mess. Second one on its way is good. So number 2 now with 3 points on the day, all from the free throw line. She hasn't taken a shot from the field and is now 45-27. Morton brings it up, goes to Cloudhorse on the left wing. Cloudhorse brings it up top, gets it to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive, has it stolen by Fessler, number 35, who gets it number 2 as we go under 4:40 to play in the ball game. They swing it over to Hanson. Hanson on the right wing, looking inside for Simmons. Gets inside to Simmons. Simmons turns, puts it off the glass, no good. And Johnson will come away with the rebound for Riverton. Bringing it up over the timeline, gets it over to Morton. Morton on the right wing, gets up top to Brown. Brown to Leesburg. Leesburg up top to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse back over to Morton. Cross court to Leesburg. Leesburg going to dribble towards free throw line, then dish it out to Brown. Gets it to Cloudhorse, goes off of Cloudhorse's hands into her knee and out of bounds for turnover number 12 against Riverton. Under 4 to play, 45-27. Inbound goes to number 2 for Evanston. They'll swing it over to Fessler. Fessler gets it to Simmons. Simmons looking inside for Hanson, no good. And away comes Riverton with that rebound. 3:40 to play. Leesburg going to take it all the way, try and go off the glass from 8 feet, no good. She's 0 for 3 from the field today. Quickly leads to a break by Fessler, no good by the younger Fessler. And on the rebound, it's going to go off of Riverton and out of bounds. Fegler and Judd coming to check back in here at the 3:29 mark. Inbound will be by Evanston. Inbound is to Fessler, the younger Fessler. It goes up top to Bardsley. Bardsley now on the right wing, slightly right of center of the top of the key. Swings it over all the way around to number 2. They get it over to Simmons. I think that's Simmons, actually. Fessler with it now. Fessler back up to number 2. And they're just perfectly content here. Bardsley with it. Gets it over to Hanson. Hanson back to number 2. Under 3 minutes to play. They get it over to Fessler. She's going to shoot a 3. No good. Rebound is going to be not corralled by Evanston. In fact, it goes off a knee or a leg and out of bounds. Jackson coming in for Leesburg. We're going to see Burton coming back in for Evanston as well. Jackson will be inbounding. Gets it to Fegler. Fegler over to Morton. Morton to Brown. Brown from up top is going to shoot a 3. Leaves it well short. That was her first shot attempt of the day. And it's going to be rebounded by Riverton, but Fegler unable to control it. And it'll go out of bounds off her for not a turnover, as she didn't secure the rebound. But it will go over to Evanston with 2:38 to play in the ball game. Number 2 going to bring it up and over. The timeline goes to Fessler. Fessler goes to the right wing. Comes up top to Debenham. Looking inside for Hanson. Turnaround off the glass is up and good. It's her first 2 of the day, and it's 47-27 in favor of Evanston. Morton brings over the timeline. Goes to Jackson. Jackson's open for a 3. She's way long on it. Goes off the far side of the backboard, and away comes Evanston with it. They're looking to feed Hanson again. It's going to go out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Brown. Cammie Paskett now coming in for Jackson. This is Cammie's first action of the day. Of course, players like Morton and Paskett will be moving on to soccer, as will we. Soccer season practice starts on Monday. There's a travel on the inbounds by Evanston, a turnover. It starts on Monday for the players, for girls and boys. First game is going to be the last week of March, I do believe, and we will be there both for Lander Valley, Lady Tigers and Tigers, and the Riverton Wolverines and Lady Wolverines. Under a minute 45 to go now. Judd with it on the left side, and she's looking for Brown, but it was stepped right into. Pass is taken away. Judd does a good job. So is Macy Brown of getting back on defense, and they're able to tip the ball away from Hanson, who was looking for a break, and it goes out of bounds. Lady Red Devils inbounding the ball here with a minute 39 to go in the ball game, and as unfortunately this season for the Lady Wolverines. Swinging it around, they get it to Fessler, the younger Fessler. She's having all sorts of problems with the dribble there. So finally she just grabs it and throws it over, trying to get it to Debenham, but it goes out of bounds, tipped. Nice done by the defense here for Riverton. Riverton still has 2 seniors on the floor. I wonder if Coach McIntosh will look to get them out. Judd and Fegler in, along with Paskett, Morton, and Brown. Brown's in there as well, so 3 seniors. Inbound is to Bardsley. Bardsley is guarded by Brown. They swing it up top to Burton. Burton down, just dribbling around and not really in any urgent need, although you know they want to score. A lot of these players don't get to play in a tight game. Gets it to Simmons, now over to Burton. Burton guarded by Morton, and has to get it back up to Bardsley, who'll pull it up. 1 minute to go in the season and in this game for Riverton. On an attempted pass there to Burton from Bardsley, Morton showed her great defensive capability. For anybody who watches her during the soccer season, deflects out of bounds. So inbounded to Evanston. They get it in. Bardsley's going to drive in, and she's going to get fouled as she misses the shot. Foul is going to go against number 3. That is Macy Brown. That is her 3rd. Team well over the limit. So Bardsley will go to the line looking for her first point of the game. First one is on its way, and it is good. And it's 48-27. Second one here coming momentarily. It's put up on its way and good. So 49, Bardsley now with 2 points on the day. And under 50 seconds to play. Morton brings it up. Morton looking inside, gets it Judd instead on the right wing. Judd looking to drive, and she's going to get fouled there on the drive by Simmons, number 32. Just a little too much body. That's only their first of the 4th quarter, so it's 5th of the half. So they played foul-free for little over 7 minutes. Inbound is to Judd. Judd to Fegler. So we go under 35 seconds. To Brown. Brown to Paskett to Fegler. Fegler looking to drive. Shoots from 10 feet. No good on a floater. And Evanston will come away with the rebound, but stolen right back. Nicely done. They swing it to Brown. Brown gets it to Morton. Morton looks to drive in. She stops from 17. Air ball. And Evanston will come away with it with 13 seconds left. Figure they'll just play it out. They get it over the timeline to Bardsley, and that will do it with 5 seconds, 4 seconds to go, and it's going to end here at 49-27 in favor of Evanston. So that is it here from the 4A Regionals. We'll be right back here with the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK. Unfortunately, the Lady Wolverines fall to Evanston 49-27 here in the losers bracket in an elimination game against Evanston. So that will be the last game of the season for Riverton. Their season ends here in Afton, Wyoming. For stats, first for who was listed as a visitor, but the number 3 seed Evanston Lady Red Devils. Their leading scorer, Brady, finishes with 15. Sawyer with 10. Fezler with 6. Francombe and Ace with 5. Number 2 finished with 3 points. Bardsley and Hanson with 2. And Debenham with 1. A lot of scores there. And if you remember, one of the keys to the game we gave during the Ranger keys of the game was that Riverton had to find scoring somewhere besides just Paisley Jackson. If you want to look at a reason why this score was like it was, there's your reason. Paisley Jackson, who will be our Papa Murphy's player of the game, she finishes with 19. We'll get her a gift certificate here, hopefully, probably back when we get back to Riverton, as I don't know if the girls may be leaving today. I don't know if they're staying. I don't know if they want to pay for a hotel for another night, although I'm sure they were reserved for it, maybe non-refundable. So I don't know if they want to pay for multiple meals again. But she finishes with 19. And then it dropped all the way off to Johnson, Cloudhorse, Judd, and Fegler all had 2. So your leading scorer for the game, Papa Murphy's player of the game, finishes with 19, and nobody else finishes with more than 2. And there was the difference, quite honestly. Your Gatorade Player of the Game, who for hustle and for everything they give to the program, we're going to say it's going to the seniors here. They've given everything they've got for 4 years to the basketball program at Riverton, and they will be missed, but they will also be remembered. So your Gatorade Players of the Game are going to be senior Olivia Bradley, senior Macy Brown, senior McKay Fegler, senior Ella Judd. Let's make sure I'm not missing anybody. Oh, yes, and senior, who was hurt early on and didn't get to play this season, Gracie Olheiser. Gracie's parents being the first two parents I met last year when I showed up in November. So glad to see she's moving on to play volleyball at the next level. And we wish her well in her recovery and her physical therapy and whatnot in this. So that's going to do it for the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK. Let's check out home. First, before we do that, Connor, let's check the Ranger scoreboard. And it looks like with 70 seconds left, Lady Tigers have made the comeback. They are up 6. If you want to catch the end of that game and you're watching on YouTube, just hit back, go to WYO Today's page, and find that game. It'll be right there listed as live. If you're listening on the radio, quickly go from 93.9 to 93.1 on KFCW and catch that game. Thermopolis is going to be starting. They will be on KDNO. Their game is going to be a little bit delayed because they're playing on the same court as the Lady Tigers are playing right now. And, of course, I think Cody just went live with games from state, these being elimination games, I do believe, during the day. So a full day of basketball. So let me tell you what's going to happen here on KTAK. Me and Connor are going to go get breakfast, and then we might even take a nap because we don't have another game. We've got a game at 6 o'clock tonight. Look for the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show on 93.9 and on YouTube at about 5:45. It will be the Rock Springs Tigers versus the Riverton Wolverines in a winner's bracket matchup. Hugely important for getting state. Win this game tonight, you are going to State and Casper next week, and you're playing for the region championship. Riverton, if they win tonight, will be looking to repeat tomorrow at 4:30. If they win, of course, Rock Springs was the victor last time they faced off 2 weeks ago. So a little bit of revenge looking there. This will be the first time they face Rock Springs with a whole host of Wolverines available, as finally the last one, Monroe, is back off of injury. So we'll be back tonight at 5:45 here on KTAK. For Kevin Shields, for Connor Shields, for Rusty Harris and Kirk Baxter at the Mothership, we'll see you in a few hours here on KTAK.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!